Leather is world's one of the most widely traded commodities, with its demand being driven by the fashion, furniture, interiors and automotive industries. India's leather industry ranks second in the world and has grown drastically, transforming it from a raw material supplier to an exporter of high value-added products. Kenya is the largest economy in East Africa and has a strong focus on its leather sector. It has huge potential for growth as it has largest livestock population in Africa, providing strong raw material base.
The government policy around driving this sector much more aggressively than we have before. What we want to do is in the next 2 to 3 years, and we are doing this jointly with the sector players, is we will also make it difficult for people, industry, to export the semi-processed leather. We want as much as possible of our leather to be processed into the finished leather.
However, the sector is facing many challenges with respect to skill levels, available technology, quality, product designs and marketing.
At the hub, we quickly realized right from the beginning that there was a huge gap in terms of quality interventions within the leather sector in Kenya. And we felt that we needed a partner from India, which has built its leather industry from scratch and has been through all the ups and downs that we feel we have as a country as well. So that was our preferred approach.
USAID's East Africa Trade and Investment Hub launched Kenya Leather Industry Development Program in partnership with ILNFS Clusters Development Initiative Limited. The program aimed at strengthening the leather value chain in Kenya through series of integrated and interlinked interventions for improving productivity, quality, product diversification and creating enabling policy environment.
The Kenya Leather Industry Development Program is a program that was actually developed in partnership with private sector, in partnership with stakeholders, in partnership with the donor agencies. So as a blueprint, in terms of as a pilot program for interventions for the leather sector, it is ideal.
To meet these objectives, various trainings and workshops were conducted for livestock holders, hide and skin collectors and extension agents on the use of best practices for improving hide and skin quality, including effluent management.
Kenya Leather Industry Development Project is a project that's aimed at looking specifically at the skill gap within the leather sector, because we saw a need to intervene at this stage. Because there's a lot that that needs to be built in terms of building the capacity of the different parts of the value chain.
The program also focused on production of value-added products for which multimedia training content was developed and provided to various institutions. Selected trainers were also given training on its use at the ILNFS Skills Center in India.
The course is made so simple, self-illustrative, so that it's easy to adopt.
To develop the skills of small and medium enterprises, leather artisans were trained on designing and fabrication of diversified value-added products. A specialized training program was conducted for aspiring and existing entrepreneurs on basics of entrepreneurship development, business planning, financial management, and setting up of enterprises. A favorable policy framework is a prerequisite for growth of any industry. A visit to Ethiopia was organized to expose Kenyan stakeholders to the leather sector policy regime and best practices in Ethiopia. Kenya Leather Industry Development Program received an extremely encouraging response from all the participants and was able to create a sustainable impact through its initiatives.
I am an artisan and also a proprietor. To be honest, I've never sat behind a machine. This has been a game changer, I think, for me, because in the past I've lost a lot of business.
But the training I appreciate because it makes me very, very skilled man. I got a step forward about from where I was.
KLIDP, I think, it does set a very good example of a trilateral cooperation between US government, India and Kenya. So it can be seen as one of the success stories in times to come for not only development of this sector, which can be replicated and scaled up for the sector as well as for other countries as well.
So within the Kenya Leather Industry Development Program, it has been able to bring in the marketing systems in terms of exposing stakeholders, manufacturers to product designs, to see what are the trends, to actually participate in international trade fairs, see what the competition, what the global context of the industry is all about. Now that level of awareness creation has stimulated the industry to the point that industry players are conversant with what they need to do, that quality is paramount, consistency is paramount, reliability is paramount. So the ability to deliver the same product every single time to the satisfaction of your client is critical, and it has been able to achieve that.
The program also facilitated creating linkages between various institutes in Kenya and India and laid down a strong foundation for continued relationship.
And what we've seen is honestly the results were much, much better than we expected. And what we'd like to see now is what I would call scale up and integration of the lessons learned.
There are immense possibilities that can be explored by leveraging these partnerships created under the program and contribute to the growth of the sector in years to come.